Hey everyone, welcome to my show. This is stuff I never learned from a school book. Sorry about that. Let me fix the screen really quick. Thanks for coming. It is a little late. Sorry about that. I'm having technical difficulties getting my guest into the room. So we're going to see how this goes, and hopefully she'll be able to pop up here shortly. I'm watching her right now. She's just having a couple of issues, so we'll see how it goes. Anyways, like I said, welcome to the show. Running a little late. William's here. What's up, William? How you doing? April, good evening. How y'all doing? Uh-oh. Not even to me. She's just saying hi. My wife's saying hi to Mr. Nighthawk. How nice is that? Tonight's guest was going to be Patricia McDowell. I'm hoping we can still get her on and we can get some of the stuff fixed here shortly. But in the meantime, I do know that I have other people on here who are part of my BB3 network, and if they want to jump in to say hi, I can invite them in. Just send me a quick shout out and I can go ahead and post to have you guys come in and we can chat for a while too. Otherwise, I'm just going to sit here and ramble. It's kind of your guys' call. But right now, I'm just going to say hi to everybody and let everyone else say hi to everybody else. I know I got a couple people here that are from Parapost Network, so they're new to me. Welcome. Thank you very much for showing. Sorry, this is the first time we're running into this problem. I'm going to chalk it up to me. I think my energy is a little off right now, so I think I'm kind of jacking with some of the equipment, some of the electrical going on around here, and some of the Wi-Fi stuff. But anyways, as you can see, it also might be the fact that I lost the Mohawk. I took the Mohawk down. The Mohawk is never a permanent thing. It always comes and goes. It's very random, depending on mood. And tonight I decided I wanted to be a clean cut, kind of do the smooth look. And yeah, so, but the beard is always going to stay. I've been told by other people that that's just what has to happen. So we'll see how that goes. Mr. Brian, thank you very much. Love having you guys on here. Bobby Thomas is actually part of the Dimensional Encounters team that I'm on. We're a paranormal investigation team, as a matter of fact. Thanks for reminding me, Bobby. I'm going to go ahead and throw that up there. Here's our Dimensional Encounters Paranormal. I actually got it all listed out here now. Our Facebook site, our Instagram site, as well as our YouTube site. So I'll leave that up here for a couple of seconds so people can see it. I'm going to jump back over here really quick to some messages. Oops, I lied. I just took it off. Hi, Patricia. This is my other mom. This is Dom's mom, but we all call her mom, so we got to go ahead and say hi to her. Uh-oh, April's tagging the Bring Back the Mohawk, so we'll have to see. Tom Nally, thanks for watching, brother. He is one of the owners of BB3 TV. He's one of the ones that was dumb enough to bring me on. That's his own fault. So if you don't like me, blame him. That's what I do. I'm being told that I need to braid my beard. Yes. I have done that a couple of times before, and it has fast come out. I just don't like the narrow look of it yet. I got to let it grow a little bit more. And so, yeah, then I'll start doing that. Yep, we all love Mom. Everybody loves Mom, and I'm so glad she supports us in every way she does. It is fantastic that she does that. I can do this all night, guys. This is great. So this makes it even for me. Yep, April's yelling out to, I call him OG Tom, since I'm the pretty Tom. I'm the man pretty Tom. He's the OG Tom. He'll tell you different, but yeah, that's how I roll with that one. Everything is always his fault until he can find a way to blame Dom. And it's kind of where it tends to roll. We all find a way to blame Tom, and then we all agree with Tom and blame it on Dom because, you know, he is the BB3 originator, so we'll just blame it on him. Tom, April loves you. We all know this. And then, yes, it is. This must be for Dom's fault, I'm assuming. Uh-oh. How y'all doing? Thanks for watching, Stu. Appreciate it. Stu is one of my new friends. It's outstanding. I was able to go through his page and read all his stuff, but it's outstanding. Very appreciative of him actually tagging me as a friend. I need to talk with him later on too. I do have a Zhang, who is actually from Indonesia, so it is very early in the morning for her right now to be watching, and I appreciate a Zhang. Every time a Zhang is on, I'm always going to say hi. just because of the fact that she's up so early watching us and supporting us, and I absolutely love this lady. If you don't know Ajang, she's kind of a quiet, shy person, but only when she's on here. In real life, she's actually a masterful person in theater and in music, and I would tag her as a celebrity in Indonesia. So that's what I would tag her as. I'm gonna check really quick to see if nope, still no Trisha. Just trying to see. I know, Nighthawk. I'm not old as you, but I'm old. My body's breaking down. I feel like I'm old. In fact, I did something this morning. I don't know what I did, but I stretched, and oh my goodness, it feels like I pulled something in my gut, and all I did was try to stretch. So, I mean, that's even worse than carrying a laundry basket and pulling something. I was just trying to wake up and hurt myself. So that's terrible. Matt Barron, welcome. How you doing, brother? Chaos makes an appearance. What's up, Chaos? Chaos is another outstanding individual. He has if you don't already follow Chaos Unright, I would kindly ask you to go out to Facebook, find him, and follow him. There's a big group of the Unright family, and I would tell you to start following them. Chaos is the loudest one, I would say, and he's the one who makes the most noise. But he's also got the most fun one to go out there and take a look at. So I would tell you to go out and tag Chaos as well. Uh-oh, you're getting called out, Mom. Tom's asking for love. Oh, yep. There you go. Tom, quit begging. Mom loves you too. She even says hi to Chaos. How nice. Oh, yes, it's true. Tom Nally is actually an official Unright. He's walking Unright. But yeah, unfortunately, like I said, right now I'm having difficulties with my guest. If you want, I can tell you some of the stuff that I had to deal with and kind of how I came about. I don't know if I've ever done that full story on my own show. So maybe that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to go ahead and play along. First off, let me get some of these other tags out of the way. I already showed you our Dimensional Encounters Paranormal. This is the paranormal network or paranormal investigation team I am part of. And I've been doing that now for about a year and a month, something like that. Very new to it. Very appreciative for the family that I am with. And I call them my family, not just my team, because we work like a family. We argue like a family, mostly over stuff like nutty buddies and stuff like that is what we really fight over when we're on investigations. But everyone works as a team to do what we need to do to keep each other safe and to get really good stuff. If you go out to any of those links down here, right down there, you'll see that we have videos out there. A lot of our videos are I don't want to say overly intense is the best way to say it, but we do get a lot of good action. We are definitely not anything like you would see on the great network of Ghost Adventures and, the stuff that always seems to have something happen, but we're not them. But we do have real stuff happen to us, and you can go out there and take a look at it and see how goofy we are. And you'll see how large the family is. I think altogether when we go and investigate, we have up to about 10 to 12 people when everyone comes together. As far as this is BB3 TV. We are on Facebook or YouTube, as you can see on here. So go ahead, and if you haven't already, you're looking through somewhere else, feel free to tag BB3 TV as well. This is where all these wonderful shows. BB3 TV is not only a paranormal network, it is also a variety network. So we have a little bit of everything on here. So if you're looking for music, come out there, you'll find music. Come out there, you're looking for some vendor stuff. We have a couple of vendors on there. You want to talk woodworking, we have that. We have Off the Cuff with Dustin, he kind of talks everything current events. And other than that, we do have a bunch of paranormal, which is the bulk of us, but we have a lot of different variety out there as well. And new to me, yay, is Parapost Network. I got them on here for Parapost Network on their Facebook, as well as just on the Parapost Network directly. So you can go out and tag them, and you can see what's going on. Stand by 1 second, please. I'm trying to see if I have a message from my co-host who was trying to get in. Oh, yep. She says she's still trying, but it's looking like it's not going to let her in. So we're going to see what else is going on. Miss Charlie Wade is saying hi. Charlie Wade is actually one of the ladies I work with. She is um, a young new airman in the military. So say thank you to her. She is doing an outstanding job. She is very motivated, and I look forward to her doing absolutely great things in her military career. I know that she's going to do wonderful. She has a good team that she works with, and if she needs to, she can also reach out to stuff like me, the oldies who have been part of the military now for 30 some odd years, either in or around it or working with it. And she will go ahead and ask us questions, anything military. I can probably point in the right direction because I've pretty much seen and done it all. Cool. And here is Tom Nally. He also posts links to his YouTube videos on BB3 as well, exploring in history. And here is his link right here. This is a Tom Nally shout out. Tom Nally also has another show. This is Tom's World. He does it on YouTube, and he goes roaming through the wilderness and talks through the history of where he's at, how he helps keep the environment safe, and what's upcoming projects and everything else. It's really outstanding. It's a good thing to go to and go watch him. This is Tom's World as well. I would go tag that in YouTube. Take a look at it, like and share that stuff. And well, now I'm getting yelled at. No, that link was for the BB3 YouTube. Yeah, I know that was for the BB3 YouTube. I'm just telling them that you also have another thing that you do as well. I know this one's for the BB3. I'm just letting them know that you also do something else. I'm promoting you. Let me do my job. This is what I do for people. There you go. Smile, nod, appreciate. Yep, we're on the right page now. Anyways, now that I got Tom back on the right page, I'll keep clicking on messages that come in saying hi to him and everything else. But originally, I got into the paranormal world about a year ago. And you are more than welcome, Charlie. I always got your back. You know that. Whoa. All my stuff's popping up. I don't know where that came from because I already had it turned off. Anyways, paranormal world about a year ago, a couple of friends of ours, well, pretty much family members, Rob and Judy, asked us to go out and investigate with a team called Dimensional Encounters Paranormal. We went out on our first investigation, and this is my wife and I, along with a bunch of other people, go out. And we go out there, and as we're at the location, I start hearing things, hearing voices, seeing people's descriptions, everything else. So I start explaining it to a couple of people. We have a couple psychic mediums in our group. And it came about as, how do you see that? Why are you hearing that? And I said, I have no clue. I've never had this experience before. And from then we kind of learned that I have abilities. And they decided to start manifesting themselves at about the age of 49. Yep, I was 48, 49 when it happened. I'm about to be 50, by the way, in, we'll say 7-8 days. But it's supposed to be the 29th of February, but there's not one this year. So we'll celebrate on the 28th of February. So I'll be turning 50 then. But I digress. About a year ago, we started figuring out that I had abilities. Worked the entire year last year. About once a month, we would go out on investigations, and was still kind of going through the same thing. And I was very appreciative, and I still am very appreciative of everybody on my team, in my family, because I was able to tell them and explain to them what I was seeing and hearing and feeling. And since they already do this, they were able to validate me. So it was very cool that I could bounce it off of them, and they're like, yep, what you're hearing is correct. What you're feeling is correct. And I kind of moved on from there now to where I pretty much trust my gut and my feelings that I'm hearing to be correct. It took me a while to do that, but I got to that point now to where I'm actually trusting myself. Oh, I'm getting yelled at a little bit by Mr. Nighthawk here, and I know what he's going to say. First off, yes, you are the promoter. He's the one who, I got to tell you about Mr. Nighthawk. William Nighthawk follows us everywhere. He promotes the snot out of us. I had to jump over to a different link tonight because I was trying to get Patricia's up and working, so I can't actually throw up my adult situations and all that other wonderful stuff. But your audience is only, so I'll try to keep it somewhat clean. But you've been warned. Where was I? Totally lost track. Oh, Nighthawk. But yeah, he promotes the snot out of us. He comes through and he checks out all of our shows and he promotes us and he pushes everything to us. And then on the side of that, the man pushes out his own information because he has a podcast and he goes through so much different things. Not only is he Native American, but he does the paranormal, he does cryptid, he does alien, he does so many different things that he is knowledgeable of. And I don't mean like one or two little pieces of knowledge. I mean knowledgeable of that. You just want to kind of get in there and open up his brain and look and go, how'd you learn all this? So I'm kind of learning some stuff off of him as well. I'm kind of using him, especially towards my Native American side that I am not too familiar with, but I know that I am. That I do have Native American in me, but I have not had the chance to pursue it because a lot of that side of my family has passed on before I was able to learn too much about it. And he's also telling me that I'm still a young buck. Yes, I am. I still have lots to learn, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Nikki is trying to tell you, she's trying to get me in trouble. Start asking questions, find out what you want to know, because this doesn't happen often where I'm out here on my own. Normally, I'm the one asking the questions, not the one getting the questions. Bobby, he's talking to say, I think you should speak about our upcoming event, so that way maybe people can jump on and watch them go live. Great idea, Bobby. I was going to do that. I was just going to kind of finish up a little bit about how I kind of got to where I am now. But I will come back to this. Don't worry. So, like I said, I've been going on investigations now, and Bobby Thomas is one of the other people that's on our team. I said that earlier. Bobby, his wife, Jessie, my wife, Nikki, me, our friends, Rob and Judy, which I swear we're all related somehow in the past. Terry. Then we have Terry is with us here as well. Holly's out in Wisconsin. Bobby and Jessie are out in Cedar Rapids. And then we have a long-distance reach, Joni, who's been on my show before. We reach her by phone and chat when we need to, and she's up in Canada. So we're kind of all spread out, and we all try to pick locations. Some of us drive 3 hours, some of us drive 8 hours, some of us, like this next investigation we have, we get to go about a half an hour away for our next investigation while everyone else drives our direction. So it's kind of nice. Our next one we're going to, I guess I'll roll right into that, Bobby, is we're going to go to Malvern Manor in Malvern, Iowa. That's actually coming up in March. We have a couple more investigations coming up in May. I don't know if we have an April one yet. We talked about it, but I don't know if we ever solidified one. If you want to, you can go out. Bobby, do we have these listed out on our website? I'm asking him out loud so he can actually type yes or no in here for me. If we have that written out there, then that would be great. So people can actually come out to our site while they're looking at our videos and see our upcoming schedule. So maybe they can follow it that way. Yep, I appreciate that, William. I'm not dead yet. Still have a native brother to teach me, and I'm really looking forward to it. Cemeteries. I got lost and found one. Had the best time recharging there today. Outstanding. When I was military, I worked outside the wire quite a bit. But when we were, I will call it road tripping. Charlie knows what I did, so she'll know more about it. But I was road tripping. We would sleep in cemeteries at night because a lot of the places we went to, the superstitions of the local communities were that cemeteries were evil. They were haunted. They were possessed by spirits. And there was a lot of beliefs about staying away from the cemeteries at night because the people would rise up and come out and get you. So our team knew that was the best place for us to sleep. And that's what we did quite a bit. Let's see. Bobby says not public yet, but keep an eye out for it. We will make it public once we get it more up and running and we get dates set and everything else. But we do have quite a few investigations we're going to start in March. We kind of missed a couple. We did just, Bobby and Rob did just team up with Paranormal Exposures, which is Kat and William's team. And they went to Edinburgh Manor, and there's a little blurb out there of ours out there on the BB3 network as well. I don't know if we posted it on our own site, but I know it's on the BB3 site, so you can go out there and take a look at that as well. It's a live video that they did. Pretty cool. You'll start seeing them freak out a little bit. Mr. Nighthawk, so you can break down your paranormal activity that you have, like demons, elementals, child ghost. So my stuff I'll share with him is, or with everybody, is that I am learning. I am a psychic medium, but that does not mean that I can do reads yet, like um, April does, and a couple of our other folks do. April is our big one on here. She is outstanding. If you are not following April Bissett, you better get out there and start following her. She is our New Jersey housewife, and she goes ahead and just does readings right here on BB3 TV. She also posts her own stuff as well, but she will just go nuts. She'll send you the link to come on in and give you the opportunity to speak with her live, and she'll do a reading for you right there. It's outstanding. She gets to as many people as she possibly can, so please bear with her because her room does fill up fast, and sometimes there's technical difficulties, just like I'm having tonight, or there is some messages just run long sometimes, and the spirit has more to say than what you're expecting, so sometimes it just goes. And just bear with it. Know that you're going to be there for a while. It's going to be a good time. You're going to hear other people's stories. You're going to see that she's the real deal. She's fantastic. I love her to death. If you're not already following her, go out and follow her. But again, I know I'm squirreling so much, but this is an interesting fact that I'm trying to do this on my own. This is new. Psychic medium, learning about it. I can hear ghosts. I can see them. I can tell you what they're dressed like. I can pretty much tell you from the time period they're from. I can see spirits in different dimensions, which was new, and I actually feel them differently. If they're in our dimension, or what we would consider our dimension, I can feel them in my head. And no, I'm okay, hon. Sorry, my wife's posting. Do I need to have her come ask me questions? No, I'm okay. I got him in my head. I just got to line him up correctly. But when I see what I would say the here dimensions, what everyone else kind of sees, are in my head. I feel the pressure in my head. If I pick something up from other dimensions, in fact, there's a lady named Mary who's been with me for a while from another dimension, and she's trying to help me get someone else some help. I feel her across my shoulders. I actually feel it in both my shoulders, and it pushes back. And I know it's different dimension, or it's something different, because no one else that I'm around, as far as my teammates or anything else, can sense her, can even sense her at all. They don't even know she's there. So I know it's something else. And I reached out to a couple other people and asked about that. And like, yeah, that's a different dimension. That's something you're feeling on your own. And that's a little further than we kind of thought you should be right now, but you are. And I'm really appreciative of it. I got to give a quick shout out. Mom saying hi to my wife, Nicole. Excuse me. I've also realized that I have a very good protection capability. I protect. I can push protection to others. My protector, besides myself, which I have learned how to do pretty legit, is my main protector is my real father who passed on, Native American. He basically stands behind me, and he has numerous people behind him, and they all constantly build my shield and my protection when I'm out and about. I never feel like I'm in any danger or I'm under any threat when I'm out. I'm too stupid to know any better. I'm too cocky. I believe I'm invincible, which is going to be a bad thing one day. But as of right now, that's how I feel. My protection that I see for myself, for anyone who wants to know, a lot of people picture a bubble around them. They see this beautiful white bubble or blue bubble, whatever color you have. That's what you have around you. I do not. I do not see a bubble at all. What I have is I actually wear an armor. It's funny that I'm wearing this Man of Steel shirt, because it's actually like a superhero outfit that is on me, stuck around me like this. I don't have the bubble. I have it very tight on me. But to me, I can see it in my head. It's completely golden, and it's almost like a dragon scale. It's impenetrable. It can't come through me. But because it is so tight on me, I can walk right up to that danger without having to worry about it penetrating my bubble, and I know I'm safe. So I can go basically straight face to face, and I know I'm well protected. That's how I see it. Like I said, you have to believe in what your own protection is. Your protection is what you see it as, what you believe it to be, and you have to have complete faith in it. Mine is, I have every faith in the world on mine. I can't tell you why. I think it's something that's been with me for so long. I believe that I have lived numerous past lives. I have been told by an earth elemental that I am older than his essence is, or my essence is older than he is. And I have been told by a Reiki master that I am beyond ancient. I have been around forever. And that's why a lot of the powers I have now or abilities I have now come to me so easily or have developed so quickly because I already have been using them for so long. It's just like a light switch that's just been turned on for me. I also have this weird ability. For anyone who's seen The Green Mile, you will understand this. My wife experienced for the first time a while back, and my teammates have all experienced it. If you have anxiety, or you are tired, or you are sad, or you're just overwhelmed, or something along those lines, I have an ability to come up and wrap my arms around you and give you a hug. And when I do that, I can actually feel whatever it is come into me and leave you. And I know what happens physically because I will grab that person and they will be tense or they will be tired, whatever it is. And I feel the shoulders drop. And then I keep holding on to them and I feel them drop again. And then I hear and I feel the huge sigh that comes out of their mouth. And when I let go of them, they're like, what just happened? That's amazing. I don't know what you just did to me, but I'm reinvigorated. I'm not sad anymore. I'm not tired anymore. And I say it's like the Green Mile because the same way that John Coffey took in the stuff from the people that was bad and then released it, that's what I do. I have the ability to take it in when I hug somebody, and I can take it into myself, and then I don't have any problem release it. I've never had anything stay with me in a negative way at all. Not sure how that is, why that is, or anything else, but that's just how it is. And I'm perfectly happy with that. I actually think that's one of the coolest ones I do. And the one that I thought was normal, but apparently it's not, I can actually see elementals. People talk about there's elementals, they can feel them, they can do a lot of different things, but I can actually physically see them if they're there. I can describe them to you. I can tell you what they look like. I can tell you exactly what they're doing. I can tell you what they're saying. Elementals do talk. And there's all different types of elementals. And it's another cool ability that I thought other people knew how to do. But when I was talking to others, they were like, I've only known a couple people ever in my entire lifetime that have been able to talk to elementals. Why I'm one of those? I'm assuming it's tied to my native heritage. I'm assuming that's what it is. Nighthawk can confirm that. But yes, that's kind of me wrapped up in a 10-minute session right there. William Nighthawk also asked another question. What, if any, is my favorite piece of equipment to investigate with? Man, brother, I tell you what, we use a lot of equipment. We use video recorders. We use audio recorders. We do Estes, where you put the headphones on and the earphones on, and you have the machine ask questions, and the person will hear whatever the person is saying in their ears and give answers to questions or whatever else. That's kind of cool. We do all those little tricks. We use the cat balls that light up if something walks by it. We use other light anomalies. We have all kinds of other stuff. And it's really weird because I like them all because what that does is it allows us to identify when something is there and confirm it, and we can get it on camera. But to me, I prefer the natural, just me as what I pick up, what I feel, what I hear, what I see, type of notion. It's just the way it is, and that's kind of how that's how I've figured out that I like the best. I do carry the equipment because, like I said, I do like to actually use it as validation for people who aren't with us or people that can't feel what's going on. Rob, I will tell you that he looks, or sorry, I said looks good, just for one of Nighthawk's comments. Rob is our first one through the door, but our biggest chicken. But he's our first indicator if something's possibly there, because when we walk in, he gets chicken skin. He gets the goosebumps. And when that stuff happens, he senses that something's there. So that's when he pops in and he's like, whoa, something's here. So the rest of us, will normally start picking up on what he's feeling pretty much instantly. Um, if this reference here, haha, Rob and the Scooby Doo, yes. The video I mentioned, Kat Armstrong is part of the Paranormal Exposures out, and she also she leads a tour out there at Edinburgh Manor. And this is the one when Rob they heard a voice up the stairs and they heard something and they were saying, "Did you all hear that?" He said, "Yeah, I almost had a Scooby-Doo moment and ran out of the building." So that's what she's referring to on that one. If you go out on the video I was talking about, you'll actually hear him say that. It's pretty funny. But hi, Kat. Nighthawks let me know. Elementals can look different to different people. And yes, it is all tied to the Native American Indian side. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that confirmation. I will tell you that my team went on an investigation that I was unable to go on. I just couldn't make it. And we ended up, my team did a recording that night and I watched it the next morning. And as I was watching it, I stopped the tape. I stopped the video and I started drawing something out. And I don't know, I saw an elemental and I just started drawing it. But at the time I didn't know it was an elemental. It took me a little bit to figure out that's what I was looking at. I drew it out. The video was 12, 14 hours later. So I was actually able to pick this thing up through video, not even live. It was kind of cool. I didn't know I could do that until that moment right there. But I drew it out and I went ahead and sent it to my team. And when they got a chance to look at it, they were like, "Oh my God, look at this." And they sent me back and one of our people drew the same thing. It was very uncanny that we drew the same thing and we identified as an elemental. So that was kind of cool as well. So it's nice to know that I can help the team even when I'm not able to be there live. I can kind of check it all out and take a look. All right, let me catch up on a couple of these. They're coming in. Raymond, brother, how you doing? Yep. Depending on what it is, some of us will get dizzy too. If it seems like it's going to be, I don't want to say malicious, but maybe manipulative or something that just doesn't want to be there, it seems like it tries to make us dizzy. If it's something that's friendly or doesn't mind us being there, it seems to just let us know it's there, but it doesn't try to make us sick or dizzy or anything else. Got a couple of highs coming back and forth. Hi, Kat. Yep. Hi, William. Great to see you. So, yep, back and forth here. And then I got another question. Ajang, Tom, do you believe guardian angel who sometimes appears like black figure where you're in trouble or sadness? And that time the energy is felt is positive. Relieves what is not good. I totally believe in guardian angels. I do not believe there is one set color for the guardian angel. It is what you, in order for a guardian angel to interact, a lot of times you have to think it, say it, or you need to trigger it somehow to come help you. It knows you're in danger, but until you trigger it somehow is when it will appear. But like I said, it could be something as if you're getting ready to get in a car wreck and you freak out and you're like, "Oh my God," you kind of do that butt clenching moment that and it understands that you're calling for help, that it'll appear. But yes, I do believe in the guardian angels. They can be in black figures. I know some people will tell you that they're like if we actually call on guardian angels, we use that for our team a lot when we're feeling like we're in trouble, to come protect us, come help us, to come guide us. And it depends on who we're calling to. If we're calling on Archangel Michael, if we're calling on Raphael, if we're calling on Gabriel, whatever, they all have their own colors that they're associated with based off of what they do. But I personally do not believe, I believe that if you believe that color, then that's what it's going to be. It's been identified with that color, and I believe that that's how most people recognize it. But I don't believe there is one set color for guardian angels. I think they can do anything. And yes, I believe that they are there to help protect you, to help take your trouble or sadness away if that's where you're at. And I believe that they can help heal the environment around you and make it feel more protected and more comfortable for you. So I believe that's really what it's doing for you. If that's what you're using it for, and that's what it's doing for you, then that is outstanding. That's exactly, if that's what you're asking it to do, and it's doing that, then that is fantastic. Again, a lot of my stuff, I will tell you, my word is never gospel, and nor should it ever be taken as gospel. Mine is I would say through study, but that would be a big fat lie. I don't study hardly anything at all. I sense, I feel, I believe, um, and I think. And a lot of the times I talk, I talked about this on the show I was on the other night. I was on with one of our good friends, Taryn. Um, a lot of the stuff that comes to me when I talk about it, I don't know why it comes to me. I don't know how it comes to me, and I don't know how I know the information. It just shows up in my head and it shows up in my heart. And that's how I'm going to speak about it because it's my belief, but apparently it's been my belief for millennials. It's something as old as my past lives are. I think I've had that. It may have changed sometimes to a different perspective, but the overall beliefs that I have, I don't think have strayed too much. So I really don't. I really think when I come up with some of the stuff I talk about, like last time someone asked me about red dragons, and what does a dragon do? And I said, well, I believe personally that the red dragons and I believe in different cultures. Nordic uses the colored dragons. Asian uses the colored dragons. Christians use the colors for the guardian angels, and I believe they're all actually the same thing. But it's just been tied to whatever I don't want to say your religion, but your belief system is. I believe they're all doing the same thing. I think your red is your protection for the most part. Your green is your healing, so your green dragon or your green angel is your protection. Your blue is your warrior, so your blue dragons is your warrior dragon as well as your blue angel, Archangel Michael. I believe all the colors have just gone their different ways as the true religion, whatever it was in the very, very beginning, because I believe we all come from one central location way back when time first started existing, and just the different sects that broke off kind of came up with their own wording or adjusted some of their beliefs one way or the other to kind of have their own following so they could become powerful people and be followed. But I think that all ties the same. I think the dragons are just our version of, or another type of version of our archangels, is my belief. So how do I know that? I don't know. Someone asked me the question when I was on Taryn's show. By the way, Taryn she does Paranormal Brew here on BB3 TV as well as out there on Parapost Network and a whole bunch of other ones. If you're not following Taryn, go out and follow Taryn as well. Her name is Taryn Kerper. She is fantastic. She is basically a little sister to me. She tortures me and torments me like one, but we love each other just the same. And she's a great girl, and she knows that if I need something, she's got my back. And if she needs something, I got her. And we just take care of each other like family, which a lot of the people, I want to say basically everyone I've come across in BB3 and Parapost and Dimensional Encounters does. I mean, I can't wait to find a way to get this family reunion going. I just don't know where we're all going to fit. That's going to be outstanding. Maybe we'll just all take over Colorado or something. I don't know. But Kat does give me a confirmation here. Some knowledge can be provided through past life. Thank you, Kat. I do believe that. I think that a lot of my knowledge can be provided through past life because there is no way that I know as much as I do with the old brain I got. I'm not a smart man. I just tell Tom Nelly that I'm man pretty. It's the beard. It's just the beard. That's all it is. But not really a smart man. But I work through it. I tell people I am CAT smart. You can't fool me because I'm a moron. And if anyone knows those references, if you don't know those references, then you are not an old Bugs Bunny cartoon fan with the Abominable Snowman. That's where it comes from. Yes, Kat, I agree. I want to go to that family reunion. It would be huge. It would be awesome. I don't know. I would have no clue what to expect out of there. That would be outstanding. I don't know what kind of energy we'd all bring to that thing. We'd probably end up just burning the place down, and we'd all have to. I don't know. I say put out the fire with the beer, but that's just beer abuse, and you can't do that. And then my wife is calling me out. She's saying that's me in the background saying that Tom is a liar. He is very smart. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I'm told to shut up. My bad. So, um, which is funny because I also know that there's other groups that are planning stuff like this as well. Maybe some groups should talk to other groups. I know you're all listening. At least you better be listening. If not, you're going to watch the recording and you're going to listen to this. So maybe groups should talk to other groups and see how big of a city or state we actually need. Um, I would personally say that we should all go to Alaska, but I got a lot of people that are going to be like, nope, too cold. So I want to say good night, Mom. I appreciate it. Love you to death. Thank you so much for being on my show. So I got to fix my camera. It's sliding. I love you to death. Thank you for watching and supporting. Have a great night. Sleep well. And we will talk to you again later. Yes, William Nighthawk says picture Burning Man, but bigger. And I don't think Burning Man would be able to touch our party if we had one. Burning Man sees stuff. A lot of people at Burning Man see stuff from the drugs they're on. We see them because of who we are and what we do. So that would really be interesting. If I don't know how much that would happen if we got everybody together who sees and hears and smells and tastes and can do all the stuff they can do in one place, and then everyone got drunk and everybody got stoned. Oh my goodness, what could we manifest at that point? I don't know. It would probably be something to take over the world, and then we'd all be in trouble by the government. They tell us no more parties, and we'd have to break it up and all that good stuff. So we'd have to see what we can do from there. But like I said, I'm just kind of rambling tonight, folks. If you have questions, shoot them on here. If you have comments, as you all have been doing, shoot them on here. I appreciate it. I would like the show to stretch until not midnight. 1 hour. There you go. Party at Area 51. That's kind of a funny statement you say there, because I have someone in my household who will tell you that she swears that I've been there and I know what happens there, but I keep telling her I can no longer confirm nor deny that. My wife wants me to talk about my favorite time during an investigation. Do I have a favorite time during an investigation? Favorite time during an investigation. My favorite time during an investigation, we were at a location and I was upstairs and I was kind of walking around by myself while three of our girls were in the stairwell. And I took my shoes off because it just felt like I needed to take my shoes off. The place is really nicely done. It's carpeted. I didn't have any problem walking around, but I'm also that same guy that I walk around barefoot anyways, and I don't care what I step in. My feet are washable. And at one point, one of the ladies that I work with, Holly, we have walkie-talkies at that point, and she was like, she goes, where are you? And I told her I'm down this hallway. She goes, keep going. So I kept going. And she was turned at the end of the hallway. So I turned, I kept walking. She goes, now stop. Are you by a room? I said, yes, I sure am. And she said, great. Look into that room. What do you see? And I was like, oh, sorry, I got to tag into this one. Yes, that is the logical voice and the laughing you keep hearing in the background. We sit in different rooms when we do this so we don't overlap each other with the stereos and everything else. But I stopped and I turned and I looked in and I see this girl. She's a spirit, and I see her and her hands are moving frantically and she's trying to talk to me and everything else. And I was like, okay, well, she's here. What do you want me to do? And she goes, well, go in. And so I asked if I can. I'm terrible about asking if I can go into rooms. A lot of times I just sense if I can or not. I kind of get that feeling right away if I'm allowed into a room or not. And this one I pretty much walked into, and she didn't run from me at all. And Holly's like, well, what are you seeing? What are you sensing? She asked me to do everything. So I said, well, I see this girl here. This is what she looks like. She has long hair. She's in like this white dress, but it's really dirty. Her face is dirty. And she's like, oh, well, this girl, I'll tell you that part in a second, but I'm like, she's like just motioning to me, and she's just frantic, and I don't know what she wants. And then Holly goes, go walk to the window. Is there a window? I said, sure is. And I looked out the window, and after about 5 or 10 minutes, she goes, what do you see out the window? And I was up about 2 or 3 stories. I can tell her what was across the street and everything else. And she said, "Do you see something in the window sill?" And it was a double paned window, and in between the two panes was a candy wrapper. I said, "Oh, yeah, there's a candy wrapper here. It's an old one. I think it was an old Zagnut or something like that. I mean, it was pretty old." And she's like, and the girl started nodding up and down, jumping up and down. Yep, yep, yep. And it turns out that girl wanted candy. And it turns out that there must have been an orderly or somebody who was very nice to her. And I reminded her of that person. That's why she allowed me to come in. And then when I started talking to her, someone brought us up some candy. I said, "I think she wants candy." So we brought up the candy, and I opened it up for her, and I set it down. It turns out her name is Lucy. And she was just mowing on that candy like it was going out of style. And we came to find out that, yes, an orderly was bringing her candy secretly. He apparently was very nice to her because she trusted me like I was her dad or her uncle or somebody else. Not a creepy one, but a nice one. And she just sat there with me, and she was using her hands to talk. And I came to realize that she's deaf. And she's using her hands because she's trying to sign to me, and she does not know real sign language, all of it. But she knew like more. She knew please. So she knew some of them, but she didn't know a lot of them. So she was listed from other people that have been there before as being a crazy woman who was very dirty, who looked like she may have dirt or blood on her face. When we realized what it turned out to be, it was this very sweet girl who was just trying to communicate with people, and it was chocolate on her face. Because of what she was eating, the chocolate, she had to eat it very fast to hide it. And that what was on her dress too. She wasn't some crazy psycho girl. She was a very lovely, beautiful little girl. And I was actually able to see her without like a very clean white dress, and I saw her face all cleaned up and everything else, and her hair was combed. Beautiful long blonde hair, about to the middle of her back. She was a little frail thing. I'd say she was probably about 14 years old, 13, 14 years old. But it was very cool to be able to help understand what she was really going through, who she really was based off of what other people thought she was, and help establish the truth about her, and then instead of what people thought. But she did still have a fear of other people, especially of men. So I don't think it was a totally good experience for her in there, because Rob asked to come in, and she was adamant with no. She did not want anyone else in there at all. I was actually in there at the time, and even with me in there, she would not let anybody in. And so I had to stop him from coming in. I had to stop my wife from coming in. And she would go hide behind her bed, like behind the headboard, and she'd just hide behind it whenever else someone tried to come in. And Rob was allowed at one point to step in, because I told her who he was and that he was a friend of mine, and he was very generous, and he's very loving, and he's there to support us and to help us. And so she let him come in. So that was outstanding. But that was probably my most favorite time in an investigation, was actually figuring out the truth of something that was going on. And obviously there was no way I could have done this by myself. It took an entire family to make this happen. And so I'm very appreciative to everyone who was there that time to help get that ball rolling. We also found out that there was something there that was also supposed to be very malevolent, and it turned out he wasn't. He just acted like a jerk because he thought everybody was supposed to be a jerk to him. And then after we basically, I don't want to use this as a pun, but after we basically killed him with kindness, he actually revealed his true self. He became very friendly, but he was still very hesitant. But he had more trust in us than I think he's had in any buddy or any group in a very long time. So it was very cool to actually experience that whole thing. It was all part of the same investigation. So yeah, that was probably my most favorite investigation that I've been on. So what else do you guys want to know? Oh, yeah, good point. Rob also made him laugh because he kept telling him dad jokes. And Rob tells dad jokes to help lighten the mood. Or if we have spirit who just doesn't know if they can trust us, or just doesn't seem like they can talk, or they just aren't 100% sure, he'll throw them out. Very true. I think all of us have. Mr. Nighthawk. I have been known to occasionally enjoying the nourishment of chocolate. You know what? I am going to stick to that as well, and I will say that it is the nourishment of chocolate. Good call. I'm going to use that from you. But what else do you want to know? I went to a Reiki. If you have never been to a Reiki, I would tell you that is quite the experience. Find one that you trust. Find one that is recommended by friends. And if you don't have one, or a friend doesn't have one to recommend, don't just automatically sign up for them. Go talk to them. If they're really interested in assisting you and helping you open up your chakras and to learn and kind of open up yourself and to assist you in your awakening or your healing or whatever it is, your growing statement, then I would recommend sitting down and talking to them, and they will talk to you openly first before you make an appointment with them, because you want the real deal. You don't want someone who can break you in a wrong way and jack you up. No one in our team is a Reiki master right now, Kat. We actually have a local one here in Omaha that all of us go to. She was actually scheduled to be on my show next Monday, but unfortunately I have to leave for work, so there will not be a show next Monday. I was going to post that out there tomorrow, but for those that are watching now or will be watching on the video, I apologize, but I have to go away for work. So I will be going to Shaw Air Force Base in South Carolina next week. I'll be there the whole week, but I will be back the following Monday to do another show. But our Reiki master here, her name is... I'm sorry, I don't have a choice. Unfortunately, this isn't my full-time job. I would love if it was, but I actually gotta pay for the house and the car, and I would say food, but that's a lie. My wife pays for the food, but other things in order to, like, our golf and stuff like that. Yes, we were able to golf here because it was 60 some odd degrees yesterday, so we went out and golfed yesterday. It was fantastic. But our Reiki master here, her name is Rebecca. She's right here in Omaha, and she is fantastic. Not only is she a Reiki master, but she teaches Reiki master, and she also teaches animal Reiki. So, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that, Charlie. I forgot that that's your home state. In fact, I'll have to talk to you this week. I'm coming into work tomorrow. I'll be there this whole week, so I got to get some stuff done. But I'll come talk to you while I'm there, and maybe you can tell me some good places to go while I'm there, since I'm there for a week. But yeah, again, that's Charlie. She's, for those of you who came in late or didn't know, she's military right now. She's out here with me on Offutt Air Force Base. She's an outstanding young airman that is coming up through the ranks. She's actually going to be one of those. There's a lot of people that sign up for the military, and they just kind of go through their career and they don't do anything. I believe Charlie and one of her very close friends that I have got to know lately, I believe those are going to be two of the people that not only come into the military, but they're going to come into the military and make a difference in the military. So again, I want to thank them for their service. I want to thank a lot of people for their service. I know there's a handful of people on here that are also military and are veterans. I am one of those, so thank you for your service. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, Miss Cat. I appreciate it. And yes, Charlie, I am actually going to go to work this week. We'll see how it goes when I get back after next week, if I need to go back in again, or if I get to kind of hang out at home a little bit more. But anyways, I think that's kind of it in an hour-long nutshell, a 55-minute nutshell that we've done. If any of you have any questions afterwards, please do not hesitate. Oh, hold on. I was going to do this. Let's see how I can do this. I don't know how to do this. I was going to post the invite. Oh, let me see if I can do that. Let's see if I can do that. All right, so that right there, that link on the bottom that is posted, is my StreamYard after I get offline here. If anyone wants to come in afterwards and talk, all you have to do is go to that link and I will be able to let you in afterwards if you want to talk. I'll stay in there for about 10 minutes and see if anyone wants to come in. If no one wants to come in, then I'm going to go ahead and turn it off after 10 minutes. But if you want to come in, we can talk as long as you want. Sir, that is the same thing right back to you. Mr. William Nighthawk, he was also a veteran. Much appreciated, leading the way before I got there. So I very much appreciate you for doing what you did, and I also appreciate for the help that I know you're going to be giving me in the future. So much love, my brother. But yes, so like I said, I'm going to go ahead and start shutting things down. I do want to come back in and kind of show all these again. Dimensional Encounters Paranormal right down here. That's our Facebook, Instagram, YouTube sites. Go out, check those out, see what we got going on, see what we've done in the past. Hopefully Bobby or Rob will get our listings out there once we kind of get a handle on them. We don't have them all down yet, so that's why it's not posted public yet. And there's some we just won't post just because we want them to be surprises. But I will try to keep you updated as I do these shows on which ones we have coming up and the dates. And so that way all of you can be included on that, so you can watch us live or go check them out or whatever else. But in the meantime, all those have our old videos on there that we have done. So go out and check those out, see what they're about. I also want to give a shout out, much love to the place that sponsors me and allows me on. This is BB3 TV. There's their Facebook and their YouTube channel. Much love to everybody on there. That is the three owners are Dom, Tom, and Taryn. I can't thank them enough. They gave me this platform a couple of months ago, and I have loved every minute of it. I am here simply to help guide others who want to learn about their abilities. Just talk, listen, learn, whatever else I can do. I try to have guests on every week. Hopefully I will be having a couple of very special hidden guests later on. I don't want to mention anything about them yet. I'm still working on them. But I do have some fantastic shows coming up. Like I said, next week it won't be here. I won't be here on Monday, but I will have one the following week, and I will get that up and running when I get back to let people know that the show's going to happen. And then last but not least is the new network I am on, Parapost Network. They're on Facebook right here, or they're also on their own network, parapost.net. So be sure to go out and check them out as well. They also have outstanding links to everything paranormal. You can go out there and check them out. They have tons of new stuff, tons of new followers, tons of new subscribers, tons of new shows. They are growing by leaps and bounds. And the two people who are really, I got to appreciate for that is Brian. He's Brian Lafferty. He's the one who stepped up and created this and allowing me to be on it. And Taryn, I know you heard her name a lot. She's also the producer over here. So she's kind of got her hands in everything, which is why she's so popular outside of the fact that she's just an outstanding person and a beautiful soul. So I would say go out there, show everyone some love, share these out, watch the videos that you want to watch from the back channels or from the recordings, and just enjoy. That's what it's there for. Other than that, I'm going to call it. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight and letting this hour go by pretty quickly. I will be in the back chat. Much love, and I will talk to y'all later. Good night.